Hello everybody, welcome back. If you've never been here before, my name is Nadia. Before we get started with the projects that I've been working on, I just want to quickly say, in case you missed the update video, there will no longer be diamond painting videos on this channel. I have since made a separate channel for diamond painting related videos, and going forward with cross stitch, I'll only be doing a upload once a fortnight now instead of every week. It just helps me manage my time a bit better and make sure I've got enough time to do all the editing and things like that. So before we do the projects as well, I want to show you a teeny weeny little bit of haul. 2 videos ago I said about buying a Disney cross stitch subscription magazine. I only bought one issue because there was a chart in there that I wanted for my granddaughter that's on the way, and it arrived, but I actually forgot to show it to you in the last Flosstube because it was here before the last one that I'd done. So here's the pattern that I fell in love with. It's actually on the front, but there is another one here as well that I would like to show you, which I actually really like as well. And my daughter's having a girl, so I could realistically do both. Here is the extra one. I think that one's really pretty as well. Now these cross stitch magazines, I believe you can't get them in the US, which is really unfortunate. But here is a bigger picture of the Dumbo that I want to do. But I'm not doing that yet. I'm going to wait until I have done the soda stitch that I'm working on for my grandchild. The other bit of haul that I have is I bought a pattern off of Heaven and Earth Designs that was retiring. So was it last week, I think, Heaven and Earth Designs said that there was loads and loads of artists and charts retiring from Heaven and Earth Designs. And there was only one that I really could justify buying because none of them were on sale, and I didn't want to buy like mass amounts of patterns that I'm not going to start anytime soon, which is unfortunate that they're all leaving. I don't know the reasons why. I'm not going to get into any like suspicions of why I think so. So I'm just gonna not say anything. So I bought, I don't know what the name of the chart is. So I believe it's called Aurum, the chart, but I will put a picture here. It is 625 stitches wide by 625 stitches, and it has 90 colours. It is a beautiful pattern. There was a couple of other ones that I really did want, but as I said, I didn't want to go out and buy tons and tons of patterns because I have no idea when I'm going to start these. So that's all the hauls that I have. So for this last 2 weeks I have done, well, I've done over this, but it's from the stitches that I've counted, I've done 4,909, but I have worked on 2 projects over the last 2 weeks that I can't count the stitches on, so it'll be more than that. It's definitely over 5,000 anyway. So we'll get started with Venom. So Venom was the project, the focus project for February. So that meant that every week I did 3 days worth of progress on it. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. So here is what Venom looks like now. You can't really see that much of a difference from the previous picture because a lot of it was white that I done in the eye. But I finished the page up here where I wanted to get my goal to switch over from a different tablet. I have said this before, but I couldn't transfer the old information from this chart in Pattern Keeper from the old tablet to the new tablet because the old tablet will not connect to the internet. So there was no way for me to do it, and it would not send via Bluetooth either for some reason. So I had to finish the page where I was on, and now I can work from my new tablet on this. So I'm really looking forward to that. This is going to be for my daughter, so I'm really hoping that I can finish this by the end of the year. I'm also going forward going to put in the description, I always link the patterns if I can still find them. But I'm also now going to do the stitch count, the fabric, and what type of thread I use because I always forget to say it on camera. So if you ever want to know what I'm doing, like the method that I'm stitching, the count of the fabric and all that type of stuff, just head to the description and look for the pattern. I'll have the name, the description of it, and then the link for the pattern if you want it. So I just feel like I'm always trying to remember to tell you guys what the way I stitch and what I use, but I always forget. So yeah, I'm very, very happy that I managed to get to the end of the page. So next up is my soda stitch. This is for my granddaughter that's due in June, my first granddaughter, and here is what it looked like the last time you saw it. Now here is what it looks like now. Coming along lovely on the second cat there. This, I have done 648 stitches and it is now at 27.52%, so it's coming along lovely. I did have to order some more white floss. I didn't realise how much white this chart used because all the cats are different colours, but I ran out after, I think I got to about here and I ran out and it needed some more here, and it's going to need a fair amount actually, this chart, more than what I thought. But yeah, this one's always really, really fun to stitch. Absolutely love this one. Realistically, I would like to get that one done before June, but I'm not pressurizing myself in any way whatsoever. And if I ever have any time during the day to stitch, that's the one that I always pick. So usually I stitch at night time. But just this week, actually, to be honest, I haven't done that much stitching. My partner bought me the new Final Fantasy game that's out for PlayStation 5, and it's supposed to be for a birthday present in May, but he's given it to me early because I really want to play it. So he's been very, very nice and let me have it early. So I think this week, when I turned it off last night, I think I'd spent 14 hours on it this week or something. So all of my spare time has been going on that game this week. It's a very good game. So this one is Dark Queen of the Seas. And I did 2 days on this one. So I have no stitch count, but here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here is what it looks like now. So I've pretty much done the fish, and this is her belly here. So I've started, is that focusing? I hope so. But I'm now getting to the mermaid, or the Dark Queen. Really, really love this one, but it's very, very hard to read. I need to invest in a new printer. The pattern that I've printed out for this has horrible stark yellow lines all across the pattern, and every time I keep trying to reprint it, it does the same thing over and over again. Even with new ink in the printer, it's really, really hard on my eyes, but I can't afford a new printer at the minute, so I'm going to have to make do until I can. I really need a new printer because I really want to work on this more, but I keep putting it off because of the chart, because it's so hard to read. But this has been really, really fun. And I've never worked, if you've never been here before, I've never worked with beads before. I typically do just full coverage, standard cross stitch. So this is a new challenge for me, working with all the beads that are in this kit. I haven't got to them yet, but I think once I've kind of done an area or probably done a page, I'll then go back and do the beads on that page, as long as they don't cross over to the other pages. If they do, then I'll leave them. But I would love to get some more progress on this year, because I am really enjoying it when I can read the pattern. It's just makes me go cross-eyed. This next one is Cara from Gecko Rouge. Now you can't buy this kit anymore from them, sadly, because it's a Medusa doll maker, but she does sell her charts on Etsy. The charting's not as good as the Gecko Rouge ones, because I do have another chart that's actually from Etsy, charted by her or whoever runs the Etsy shop for her, and the charting isn't as good, but you can still get the patterns. So this one is Cara, and here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And I didn't get much done on this one, but here's what it looks like now. So I did 389 stitches and we are at 1.4%. So not much. I'm still basically doing background. Like the top of the pattern is here. I really would like to get some more progress done on this one. I know I say that on every kit, but yeah. I do enjoy it. It is nice, and it will be lovely when it's done. I'm enjoying the chart though. The charting is really nice. I will say I don't like the way that Gecko Rouge do their threads. They're not cut, and I keep forgetting. So I've cut some of them, but I haven't cut others, the colours that I haven't used. So when it comes to using a new colour, I forget that they're not cut, and I try and pull one out, and I end up in a knotted mess. So I need to go back and cut all of them, I think, before I forget again. Because I don't work on this one enough, I keep forgetting about it. So next up we have one that I haven't worked on for a long time, and that is Dawn to Dusk by Aura Loa. It is a stamped kit, but it's a licensed stamped kit. Aura Loa are a French company, I believe, but they do have a warehouse in the US for US customers. So here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here is what it looks like now. So I did the mouth and the outline of the jaw and the cheekbones. I think I filled in this cheek a little bit, but I didn't do much. I only worked on it for one day. I don't know what it is about these stamped kits, but they make me feel really tired. I think it's just all the symbols all over the place, and my eyes aren't that great. So I'm happy with the progress, but I wish I could have done a bit more to her. I kind of want to finish off the face before I move on to something else, and perhaps do the backstitch while I'm there to save me doing it when I come back, because she does have backstitch on her face and a few other places in this chart, but not very much. So I might just do it while I'm here, and then I don't have to worry about it another time. So next up is the Heaven and Earth Designs Sal. Now, you won't notice any progress on this whatsoever, I don't think, because I only did 155 stitches. So here is what it looked like the last time. And here is what it looks like now. You literally can't tell. So I'm Team Cat. I'm doing the astrology cat. And this one has really fallen off the wagon. I'm going to do a bit more of this next week. I no longer stitch during the day. I've changed the way I do things during the day, and I no longer stitch during the day. So that's the reason why this one has fallen off, because I was doing this one while I was homeschooling my son during the day, and then everything else got stitched at night. But I am going to put this as an actual focus project next week, just to try and get a bit more in there. It says it's at 28.96%, but we don't have all of the pages yet, so the percentage is completely off. When I add the next lot of pages, that percentage is going to shoot way down again. But I just want to finish this chart. Not this chart, sorry. I want to finish the first 4 pages by the end of the year. I'm not worried about finishing the whole chart. But yeah, hopefully you'll see a bit more progress next week. So this next one is the focus for March. I feel like I should put some sort of warning before I show this one though, because it is pretty gruesome. I should have done it from the start, really, thinking about it. But this is artwork that my daughter has drawn. She actually drew this diamond painting here, and I got it converted into a diamond painting. But this is called Intrusive Thoughts. If you don't like spiders or anything gruesome, then please skip to this time. So here is what it looked like. Well, I'll show you a picture of the actual kit now. Now I've done the timestamp, and now I'll show you what it looked like last time you saw it. Because I don't think I worked on this the last time I did a Flosstube. But here is what it looks like now. So I did, because the last one I filmed was in February, and I was doing Venom. I've only done 1 week on this so far. I did 196 stitches. I was in confetti hell with this, and then I actually had a bit of an issue that I ran into. So I finished the page on the old tablet, and I was hoping to convert to the new tablet, like I said with Venom. But I have 2 different charts for this. So this is the one that I'm working on is an old chart that I did originally, and then I recharted it for Etsy. But for some reason, I've deleted the old chart off of my tablet and put the new chart into the new tablet. So it's completely different, and they don't match up. So now I can't. I have to work off the old chart. which means I have to work off the old tablet. But this one is very, very full of confetti. I do want to finish it, but I don't know if this is going to be a focus after this month, because it is quite infuriating to have to dig out the old tablet just for this one pattern now, because everything else has been transferred over to the new one. But I do want to see it finished because I think my daughter wants it, because it's her artwork. So yeah, I mean, I could restart it, but then I don't like restarting things, because I'll feel like I won't want to work on it even more if I restart it than what I'm already doing. Okay, so the last one is my big project. This is the biggest project I have. It's 999 stitches wide by 600 long, I think. It is Lord of the Rings. Somebody actually found the pattern for me, so I'm going to go back. Thank you so much to the person that found it. I'm going to go back and relink it in the description, because where I originally bought it from, that person no longer exists on Etsy, but some other person found the same person, because I checked, it is the same seller, but they're now on a different website. So the chart will be the same as what I have, it's just on a different site, which is really, really good, because at first I thought it was a completely different seller. It turns out it's not, it's the same seller. They're just not on Etsy anymore. So I will re-find that, go through the comments from the last video, re-find it, link it in the description. And then I need to, hopefully if she's still watching these, there was a lady on Facebook that wanted this chart, and I said if I found it I would find her the link. So I need to go back through the Facebook group that she asked me for it. But here is where you last saw this. And here is what it looks like now. I'm very, very happy with my progress on this. If you were here at the last Flosstube, I said we're staying on this page until it's done. So I have been going up here, down here, here. I've been starting from all sorts of different places, but not too crazy, if you know what I mean, kind of staying in the same area, so I'm not left with loads of little ninja stitches to do. Every now and again I'll grab a ninja stitch out of here that needs doing, and then I'll start from the top. I do like working from the top, like picking the next colour and just seeing where it goes, and then going to the next colour and seeing where it goes, and then every now and again I'll go through this area here and pick out a ninja stitch. Then sometimes I work down here, so we're kind of sort of going in a diagonal, but not really, if that makes sense. So I did 2,989 stitches, and this is at now 5.4%. So I'm really happy with it, and I still love the colours in this. I'm going to be so sad when I move away from this part, if there's not as much colour. I don't think there is, if I'm honest with you, because a lot of the blues are actually like, don't have that many stitches left in them. So I don't think there's going to be as much vibrancy as we move forward onto the picture. There is going to be a lot of red and orange and brown, but yeah, really, really love this one. Right, so that is all of my stitchy progress. Not as much as I was hoping, but I have been playing a video game that I really, really like, and I've been getting carried away with that. So next week I'm going to be doing Lord of the Rings, Intrusive Thoughts, because it's the focus for this month. I want to do a bit more on Dark Queen of the Seas, if my eyes can handle it. And I want to do Daft Daddy, which is by Mandy Manzano, and I bought the pattern from Etsy. She's now with Heaven and Earth Designs, but this one isn't on there. And I also want to catch up with that cell. I really want to get some more of that cell done, so that will probably be like a mini focus for next week. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a good week. Bye bye. Actually, no, I won't see you next week, will I? I'll see you in 2 weeks.